that is probably like, aside from just knowing how to live as Mei, that is the quickest way to rank up. I'd say through plat.
Love is kind of crazy with a spooky little boy like you. Spooky little boy like you.
Big game play. This is quick play. We've got a pretty brawl comp. I like this. Brawl, poke.
Thank you.
I'd say it's brawly-ish. Brawly-ish. What are they running? They're kind of running a poke slash. Yeah, it's a tank and support brawl lineup and then poke damage. I think they have a better comp than you guys do for this point, especially. You guys might struggle to push in to this point unless they feed. Okay, walled out the soldier. LOS. I'd say a little bit of value there as your team pushes in. Yeah, we just get poked down. No, I think especially here against this comp, you want to, with Mei, you want to enable, like, let's say, let's talk about like how Mei playstyle changes depending on the comp. Like, there's not one way to play Mei, which is what I love her, dude. She could be great at, she can be really good at poke, can be really good at brawl. She can be really good with like utility and like positioning. And I think the thing when you're playing against comps like this, where the longer, like, you're trying to get close, right? Like your team wants to get closer. Because if you don't, you're just going to get poked down by Hanzo and Soldier. And Ryan is aware of that. That's why he's not playing super aggressive into you guys. So you need to enable your team and or your tank, really. Because if you're wherever your tank goes, your team will usually follow. Usually. You want to try to close the gap between your team and their team. While taking the least amount of damage possible, so you can have as many resources on your team by the time you get to the fight, so you're not down resources and your economy is bad. So that's kind of what you're trying to do. Try and get your team nice and close to him, because they have plenty of distance, they have plenty of shield, like sustain, like they're good. They're good. Big pick on the BAP there. I like that we hold this high ground. Now we're waiting for cooldowns. That was kind of really good play there too. It was like you kind of made some space there by creating this off angle, forcing them to back up the point, which but let that Rhine go back. You guys were able to get that pick on the high ground. And then your team can rotate up to the high ground and you guys can wait for your cooldowns, because this is a great spot, especially on Pariso. This is a great spot to just wait when they're like backed up here. Play behind these walls, play behind these corners, wait for all your cooldowns, and then you push back in. Now, you might not be communicating with your team, but as long as you establish that high ground, they're going to take a second before they push in. Like, if you've played the game long enough, you have that like positive reinforcement that's like, okay, I'm down resources, like chill, give them like a second, and then you're going to wall to push up even farther. That's kind of, at least for a lot of points, that might, when you're playing against like poke and you're running a brawl, that's like your role as Mei, is to close that gap. Close that gap for your team, waste the least amount of resources, so by the time you get there, you can just eat them up. So, like, practically speaking, Ryan charges in, I'd wall this right here. Perfect. Focus the Ryan. Separate that. Okay. He's got shield. I like that you're laying on the left click, doing that 100 damage per second, and trying to get the slowdown. Pressuring the high ground. This is good. Okay, you do have a new wall ready to go. Good pick here on the soldier. Oh, we're in now. We're in. Cool. This is great. A great wall here too. No! That was sick. That was sick. I actually love that. So wall should be used to close space in these comps. Yeah. And you can do both. Like we saw there earlier, like walling out the Reinhardt. Like you can still separate a tank like you normally do with Mei wall and close distance, you know. So it's like if you find an opportunity to like wall them out and it also lets you guys push up like farther to get closer to their team, it's a great wall. Like, and you'll probably be doing that. It's probably gonna be pretty close to what you normally do with wall. It just serves an additional purpose. You just got to keep an eye out for him, you know, because like you'll see me do this where I'll wall off like he was doing here with soldier as we're pushing up, you know, so he's not getting any value while our team's pushing up. Which is a good trade with wall, especially if you're like getting up there. Once you get close enough to him, dude, he's not nearly as effective. Wall, great wall. Yeah, solo freeze it, baby. I saw that you You wanted to commit to it, but you second guessed yourself. You were like, should I? And by the time you tossed it, you're already dead. Still get freeze though. I'm telling you, dude, if you know for a fact, all right, if it's a 5v5, you guys don't know if you're gonna win this fight or not. All right. If it's especially if it's even. If you know for a fact that if you drop freeze, that you will kill the tank, do it. I don't care. So every time, dude. Every time, if you guarantee a pick on that tank, you guys, the odds of you winning that fight are astronomically higher. So just do it right away. Wall him off, freeze the baby. He's not going anywhere. Actually, hold on. I wanted to take a second and talk about this. Chat, what's your opinion on solo ulting tanks? Like, obviously, we know with Mei, it's like it's really valuable. Like, especially with Mei ult, it's kind of hard to get Mei ult off with so many things that can cancel it, cleanse it, movement abilities. Like, do you think every single ult in the game you can get consistent value by solo ulting people, or do you think it's only certain ultimates? Because I feel like people get so like pissed off in ult chat about it, and it always, like, in my head when I see people solo ult someone and then they win the fight, like, you know, in my head I'm like, oh, that solo ult just won the fight. It's crazy how guaranteeing one pick can win you that fight. Like let's talk practicality. All right, do you think it's practical for all heroes to solo ult? You know, not all the time, but like more value. In fact, we talk about the mental factor, because I will say shattering an enemy's mental that's value right there, baby. Solo is good for supporting tanks, but I wouldn't use it on a DPS. Are you telling me you wouldn't shatter a Widowmaker? Dude, you're missing out, man. All right, let's talk. How about ethically speaking? Do you think solo ulting in Overwatch is ethical? You know, if we were to take an ethics course in Overwatch, do you think there'd be a chapter on solo ulting, why you shouldn't solo ult? Yes, it's ethical. Yeah, why not? I like this crew. Great minds think alike. See, I don't want to ruin somebody's day if they were an asshole to me first, then I'll do it just to ruin their day. But like when I solo ult, like I'm usually going, it's true. It's out of practicality. Like I just secured a super good pick, and they're like, "Wow, Mei, really?" in my head, I'm like, "Dude, I just won the fight. What do you mean, wow, really?" Like, yeah, I want to win this game. You know? All right. Well, I want to normalize solo ulting. Hashtag normalize solo ulting. What time? Well, thank you for your input, chat. I appreciate that. I just wanted people to validate my own opinion. Okay, use that wall. Ooh. Hold on. We're gonna look at this again, just because we have to look at why this was a missed opportunity wall. Okay, first off, the moment you see them like this, you see your Brig going in rally full speed. Look at that, dude. Now you're just about full HP, right? So JQ's here, man. We're looking spicy. What's hold on, let's just get a top-down approach on this real quick. And I mean, I'm sure plenty of you already know what, like, I don't want to say the right answer is, but what a really good answer is. But I want us to just think it through, because it's like it's this kind of mentality when you're looking for walls that you kind of always have to be in. You know, I'd say most walls are going to be aggressive. Defensive walls don't happen that much, but you know, they happen. Yeah, I'm not gonna say they don't happen. I'm just saying you're gonna be better off always thinking aggressive walls, looking for people that are out of position, than you will with defensive walls. Like you just get more value consistently that way. Like if you had to pick one or the other, that would be it. Where in this, like think about this. Where does wall go in this scenario? Okay, and who are we isolating? There's a secured pick right here, like 100%. I'd wall behind the Moira. You can, yeah, it's not bad. The thing is here is that you don't need a bunch of picks. You need one to win this fight. You only need one to keep snowballing them. And somebody said it right under the bridge, and we're walling out the person that has the least movement, like the least options to get out. Like who's gonna be most vulnerable? That's soldier. You place a wall right here. You can cut out the Moira, or you can, if you can catch it behind her, great. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a perfect wall. You can either wall it here or here. Either way, you're going to get a pick. You wall this here, and then you guys just walk on soldier. He's where's he going to go? Back here? There's nowhere to go. This doesn't lead anywhere. You guys just like walk, and he's just going to be stuck back there. He can't cross over because you guys will just walk. He'll get stunned. This guy is free pickets. He's so out of position. It's crazy. And it's just a mindset thing, you know? And let's watch this here. We wall it here. I don't know if you tried to wall into Lucio, but there's no point in walling in Lucio unless it's like a hard cutout, you know? Like he entered in through like a big choke that has nowhere to go. But Lucio is normally going to be able to get out. I don't try to wall off Lucio ever, right? He can just skate on your wall and get out of there. Well, let's see what happens here. I don't know why we threw this wall here with full HP. But soldier gets out. Moira runs back. She's healing the heck out of him. Winston gets back. Bubbles down. And now we're good to go. We're all good to go. Damon. You can't wall off soldier. He is gay. That would be homophobic. Ah, I forgot, dude. Damn it. Never mind. Don't wall off the soldier. All right. Easy cap, though. Easy cap, easy life. I don't know why they're trying to hold this so hard. Dude, they are hard committing to this hold right here, man. Good wall. Okay, yeah. Good attempt. That's the mindset that I want to see you do with walls more often. You know, right when it's off cooldown, your first thought should be, where do I wall this? Where do I cut them? Where can I cut somebody off? Because you just deliver free picks. If you look for people that are out of position, it's the reason why when I do like unranked to GM with May, I fly through everything until I get to diamond. Because diamond is when people start to know how to position properly. Because it's just guaranteed picks. Like if you figure that out, I'm not even kidding. If all you do is just wall off people that are out of position and always look for that, you could fly through gold. You don't even need to be able to aim, dude. You just got to be able to use wall. Right. That's it. Just right when it's off cooldown. All right. Where am I going to wall? Who am I going to cut out? Who am I looking for? Who are the ones that we can actually like kill? You know, and on this team, it would be, honestly, you can do any of these. If somebody's out of position, just wall that one person off. Cut them out from everybody, dude. Just bonk, gone. Like right here. There you go. See, that's okay. This is what I'm talking. This isn't Dangle specific. Like May players do this all the time, and it's that's what I mean. Is like you have a. I've talked about this before. Is you have a shoot first mentality when you guys. If you're playing May, you need a wall first mentality. Wall first. That's why you keep missing the walls. Is because you start shooting, and you're like, oh, they try to wall him off. He's out of position. No, you need. That is the first thing you're thinking about, dude. When it's off cooldown, don't even worry about shooting them, dude. If they're heroes like that, if you're not going for like poke damage or whatever, wall first. Always wall first. Big freeze! Big freeze! Big freeze!
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Nice. I love walling that off. I love walling that off. Yeah, and I don't want to sound like a broken record. I've done VOD reviews before where I talked about the wall first mentality, and it's for that is probably like, aside from just knowing how to live as May, that is the quickest way to rank up. I'd say through plat, like two plat, if not 2 diamond on May, is to have a wall first mentality. The moment it's off cooldown, who am I gonna wall? Who am I gonna wall? Who am I gonna wall? Because you're not gonna kill them with your primary. Most of the time, like if they're full HP and they're like coming at you and they're out of position. If they're out of position, it usually means they feel safe. They might be full HP or they might have like abilities. They feel safe. You need to take advantage of that by walling them. Because if you shoot first, then they're gonna feel pressured and then they run away. They use their abilities to get out. You want to wall them before they use those abilities. So then they accidentally use them to go back into your wall, whatever, you know. So you throw up the wall and then you shoot and then they're like, oh, fuck, I got to get out of here. And then they're like, oh, no, I can't get out of here. Like that's what you got to do, man.